This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so today's session, let's plan a session where we can discuss about the GST return file with the help of the Tally. See, within this 1 hour or 1.5 hour session, we are not able to understand the entire concept of Tally or entire concept of GST. But we need to plan something so that we can have some knowledge out of this webinar. So after the completion of the webinar, we can say ourselves that okay, this part we really don't know. Now we have understood that okay, these things are going to be happened in GST, something like that. So we all know that currently we are going through a pandemic phase of COVID-19. So because of that, the due date of GST return filing, especially the GSTR1 and GSTR3B, is getting extended. Okay, that is point number one. And point number two, since they're getting extended, so in the month of June, from the month of February onwards, February 2020 onwards, there are lots of returns filing are pending. So we need to file all this return right now because from June month onwards, unlock one has been started in our India. So every office they are busy in filing the GST return of the previous financial year till the March because year ending before year ending there is a lockdown in India. So right now we are going to discuss that. Okay, what are the popular return? I mean, what are the main return we need to file? We need to submit for our business, and how shall we record, I mean, how shall we generate all the data from the system called Tally. So I'm just opening Tally ERP9. Okay, so we all know that Tally ERP9 is largely used across the India. In every part of the India, the businessman used to use the Tally software for recording their day-to-day transactions like sales entry, purchase entry, okay, and other transactions like banking transaction and everything. So, say for example, right now we are going to submit the GST return for the month of the March. If you generate an inquiry in the market regarding the filing return, so you'll get to know that most of the business are about to file their March month return. March 2020 return they are going to file right now. Why? Because the due date of the March month is usually fall in April, but we know that April, May, this 2 months was a complete lockdown situation in our India. So every office and every business house were closed, so we are unable to file the return. So right now, June month onwards, we are going to file all the return before the stipulated time period that is given by the GST Council on or before 30th June 2020. So we are going to discuss about the two return which is to be filed by the taxpayer or regular taxpayer. It's called GSTR1 and GSTR3B. So now let's start with the discussion with the GSTR1 and GSTR3B. And before that, what are the meaning of GSTR1 and 3B? So these two popular return we need to file regular basis, sometimes quarterly basis also. Okay, so every regular taxpayer under GST they need to file GSTR1 as well as GST3B. Okay, so few words I am going to share with you regarding the GSTR1 and GST3B, and then we will discuss that okay, how we can file the GSTR1 and GST3B with the help of our Tally. So these are the content which we need to fill in GSTR3B, and these are the content which we need to fill it up in GSTR1 also. Now the question is rising that, sir, if I am a very new to system in GST as well as in Tally, so what are the return form you are talking about? What is the meaning of such return form, and why we are going to file that? So every regular taxpayer in India under GST. So basically in market, you will get two type of taxpayer. Number one is a regular taxpayer and number two will be the composition taxpayer who has opted the scheme called composition scheme. There is a different scheme which the small business is going to be taken. But most of the business, be it service provider or manufacturer or trader, they are going to opt the regular scheme. So every regular taxpayer under GST, they need to file on every month or sometimes quarterly basis two return, that is GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B. If your aggregate turnover, I repeat, if your aggregate turnover exceeds 1.5 crore in previous year, so you have to file GSTR 1 on a monthly basis. And if your turnover is 0 to sky's the limit, whatever amount you have your turnover, you need to file GSTR 3B on a monthly basis. So every month, after the end of the month, every regular taxpayer needs to file what? Needs to file GSTR 3B, and if his or her turnover exceeds 1.5 crore, so on a monthly basis, they need to file GSTR 1 also. The term return itself meanings called detail. We need to file all the details to the GST department or GST government. Okay, what are the information we are going to file with the GST and something like that. Okay, so GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B, in these two for return form, we need to upload our detail. Okay, all the details regarding our sale purchase to the GST department so that they can assess our calculation, okay, whether we are going to upload the right or wrong information. So there is a question, what is the difference between the monthly and quarterly? Sir, if you are opting quarterly scheme or quarterly filing return, so in a year you have to file 4 times. If your turnover does not exceed 1.5 crore, if your sale does not exceed 1.5 crore in previous financial year, so you can choose the option of quarterly filing of GSTR 1 only, not the GSTR 3B. So if you are choosing the option of filing quarterly, so you need to file 4 times in a year. April, May, June will be the first quarter, and then followed by the July, August, September second one, October, November, December third one, and finally January, February, and March will be the fourth quarter. So this total 4 quarters you need to file 4 times GSTR 1. But if your turnover exceeds 1.5 crore, it's a compulsorily you need to file GSTR 1 on a monthly basis. So you need to file 12 times in a year. So frequency will be the main difference between the quarterly and monthly filing. But remember one thing, dear sir and dear ma'am, whatever the turnover you have, if you yourself registered with the GST, you need to file GSTR 3B on a monthly basis. 3B, the option of filing 3B will be never be the quarterly one. So in a year, you need to file 12 times for the GSTR 3B. And if you are unable to do so, you will be penalized with a late fee 50 rupees per day. And we all know that recently government has released a relaxation on the late fee of GST filing from the July 2017 to January 2020. They have made a relaxation of the late fee. The maximum late fee should be 500. And if there is a no tax liability, there will be no late fee, something like that. But normally the provision is before the COVID-19 pandemic effect, the provision was if you are miss out the due date for filing 3B, you need to pay 50 rupees per day for normal return. And if you are going to file the nil return, it means that you don't have sale purchase, but you need to respond to the GST department. So 20 rupees per day will be the late fine. Okay. So I hope you have understood what is the difference between the monthly and quarterly return. So that only difference will be the frequency. So I repeat once, for the GST 3B, there will be no case of quarterly filing. It needs to be filed on a monthly basis. But in GSTR 1, depending on your turnover, depending on your sales information, you can file quarterly or monthly, especially when your turnover exceeds 1.5 crore. So you have to file on a monthly basis. And these are the information which we need to update in the GSTR 3B. This one, this part, which I am highlighting, we need to update in GSTR 3B, and these are the information we need to update in GSTR 1. Okay, so every month or every quarter, you need to upload such return. Acha, this information exclusively for those taxpayer who are not engaged in export. If any taxpayer is not making any supply outside the country, or he or she is not engaged in an export supply or zero rated supply, these are the content will be there. But for the export oriented unit or export, if any taxpayer is engaged in export, the requirement will be different. So this is totally based on the domestic supply. Domestic supply means your supply will be in within the India. You are not making any supply of goods, or you are not making any supply of services outside the India. So right now we are going to see that how this information we can gather from the software called Tally. Okay, and if you want to gather this information from the Tally, so what are the basic requirement for getting this kind of information from Tally? So today's webinar, we are going to focus on the filing GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B with the help of the Tally. Okay, so Satyajit, have you understood till now whatever we have discussed about the GSTR 1 and 3B? And in fact, if you have any doubt, any query, you can raise that. And apart from Satyajit, anyone having any doubt till now, so please ask their doubt. We have Renuka ma'am, Rajan, Karan, Sudhakar. So guys, if you have any doubt, any query, so please you can ask. Today's our webinar session, I mean discussion, will be continuing on filing return of GST. Okay, with the help of the Tally. So now I am move on to the Tally part, so that we can understand that okay, these are the information, required information, how can I get from the Tally. So starts with GSTR 3B, then I'll be moving on to the GSTR 1. Okay, so now please come to the GSTR 3B part. So this 4 information primarily is required for GSTR 3B filing. So let us discuss about this information. What are the meaning of such sentence, and how shall we get the information from our software? So the first requirement for filing GSTR 3B is the total amount of taxable value of outward supply. Sir, the meaning of outward supply is nothing but its sale. The meaning of outward supply is nothing but what? Is nothing but your sale. So how much amount you are selling, that will be the meaning of outward supply. Okay, so basically this is asking for your total amount of sale. Achha, the basis should be the monthly basis, because GSTR 3B we need to upload on a monthly basis. So month-wise sale report you have to upload. Taxable value means that value on which GST is being calculated. You can say that that is exclusive of GST. Say for example, if the sale amount is 100, I'm just writing an example. If the sale amount is 100 and GST rate is 18%, the total cost should be 118, inclusive GST. So this 100 shall be treated as a taxable value. Taxable value means that value on which GST is being calculated, be it CGST, SGST or IGST. So this information you have to upload on a monthly basis. Which information, sir? That total amount of taxable value of outward supply. So the meaning of outward supply will be the sale, and you need to upload this value in GST portal. How? We are going to watch that. Okay, so this information has to be collected on a monthly basis, and right now we are going to file the return for the month of March, because we have a pending return from the month of March also. That's why we need to prepare that. And after that, all amount of output, CGST, SGST and IGST. So we all know that if we classify our tax on the basis of the sale purchase, so there will be two popular classification: output tax and input tax. I repeat, if we are going to classify the indirect tax like GST on the basis of sale purchase, so there will be two popular classification, that will be the output and input tax. So whenever we are making any outward supply, it means whenever we are making any sale, So whatever the GST we are going to collect from our customer, that will be the output GST. I repeat, whenever we are making any kind of sale, whenever we are going to generate any kind of invoice, so whatever the GST we are going to charge, that will be the output CGST. I mean output tax. So be it output CGST, SGST or output IGST. So in time at the time of purchase, so whenever we are getting any purchase bill, so whatever the tax amount shall be reflected in such purchase bill, that tax shall be treated as input CGST, SGST and IGST as the case may be. In short, in sale bill, in sales invoice, what are the GST we are going to be used, that will be the output GST. And in purchase invoice, what are the GST we have already paid to our vendor, that will be the input GST. So in GST 3B, you need to upload the both. Okay, how much amount you have collected from the customer as output GST and how much amount we have paid to the vendor as input GST. You need to upload this both the information. And the fourth one, some taxpayer or some tax expert or GST consultant, they are saying that you may or may not upload such information. So what type of information it is? If you are going through this three information, so GST Council is asking for total sale amount, but in this three information, GST Council is not asking your total purchase amount. I repeat, if I consider right now, if we consider right now this 3.1 to 3, apart from the 4, so GST Council is asking the total amount of sale along with the GST component. But GST Council is not asking, or GST department is not asking the total amount of purchase. They are only asking the tax component at the time of purchase. But the in fourth information, if you read that fourth information, if you have read it, so you mean to know that the amount of nil rated, exempted and non-GST inward supply. Okay, so if outward supply means sale, then inward supply means purchase. So which purchase information GST Council is asking for or looking for? Nil rated. Nil rated means the GST rate is 0. Exempted, the product is not attract any kind of GST at all. And non-GST supply means the supply which is not covering under the GST. Say for example, alcoholic liquor for human consumption, or what, or you can say petroleum product. These are the non-GST product. But rice, okay, the rice is the exempted product. Okay, salt is a nil rated product. GST rate will be the 0%. So you can understand that if I am considering this part, there will be no GST component will be there. Why? Government is asking those purchase which will attract 0% GST. It means the ultimate GST amount will be 0. If the amount will be 1 lakh and the rate of the GST is 0, so we all know that the amount of GST will be 0. Exempted means what? Exempted means that product is not attract any kind of GST. Essential goods not attract any kind of GST. That is the exempted goods. Electricity is an exempted goods. Okay, and non-GST supply. The name itself suggests the meaning non-GST. A product or a service which is not coming under the gambit of the GST at all. So this fourth number of information you may or may not upload in GST 3B. But if you are not going to upload this, till now, no return has to be rechecked on the basis of such information. But since there is a column, we need to upload that. But these three very vital information you have to upload. Because if you are engaged in any kind of sales purchase, more or less that amount will be arise. That amount you need to upload in GST 3B return. So these are the component we are going to upload for GST 3B. So anyone having any doubt till now regarding the component or the concept of GST 3B filing, feel free to ask. Now I am moving to the tally so that we can understand all such information. How shall we get all such information under one? Okay, the one area is called tally software. Yeah, sure. Fourth number point. So apart from fourth number point, anyone having any doubt? Two, three people are not responding. Only two, three can. They are responding. Satyajit, see, they are okay, fine. They are responding, but I'm requesting to all of you, if you are listening to me, if my voice is reaching to you, so please say yes or no, so that I can understand that you guys are listening. Anyway, so these are the right now we are discussing the component of filing GST 3B. So the fourth point is asking about the purchase. There's a no doubt this reflects the purchase amount. The information which is mentioned in point number 4, that reflects the purchase. Now question is arising that, sir, what kind of purchase? Those purchase where the GST rate is 0%. Those purchase where is exempted, which is exempted from the GST at all. And those items which are not coming under the GST gambit. It means that there will be no input tax will be arising from point number 4. GST rate is 0%. Sometimes it is exempted from GST, or sometimes it's a non-GST supply. That's why. So there is a scope in GST 3B to upload such information. If you ask me, sir, give some example. So I can give you. Every month, our electricity company is sending the bill for electricity consumption. I'm talking about the commercial one, not the domestic one. If you are running a business, so you know that you have to apply for the commercial connection from your electricity company. So every month or quarterly basis, what will be the billing system will be prevail in your city. So you will be getting the bill. Okay. So why you are paying the electricity bill? Because you are consuming the electricity. That is an inward supply. So electricity is an exempted purchase because in electricity there will be no GST. So at the time of filing GST 3B, you can update your electricity amount. Okay. Say for example, you have some employees or group of employees in your business. You need to pay the salary to your all employees. You are the boss. You have a group of employees in your business, and you need to pay salary for your employees. So why you are paying salary to the employees? Because you are receiving service from your employees. So you are taking inward supply from your employees. So that's why that is a inward supply. But paying the salary is not a matter of GST. So that is a non-GST supply. So whatever the amount or how much amount you are paying as a salary, you can upload it to 3B also. And if you are purchasing any goods or any service where the rate of GST is 0%, so that will be the nil rated. Consider a supplier of medicine. So nowadays, you know that after the outbreak of COVID-19, the medicine industry is flourishing very well. You know, because people is medicine day by day, so their turnover is raising day by day. So if you consider any medicine supply, so medicine sometime will attract 0% GST. Most of the medicine will be coming under the 12 and 5% bracket of GST, and some medicine will attract 28% GST also. It depends on the nature of the medicine. So if you are going to file of GST 3B for any supplier of medicine, so you will get nil rated supply. Some medicine your client has purchased where the GST rate is 0. So that will be the nil rated supply. So you need to upload that nil rated purchase amount because there will be no tax amount. You need to upload such purchase amount in GST 3B. Okay, sir. I hope it's clear. Point number 4. Now move on to the tally. Okay, so we need to understand how these are information we can gather from the tally. So right now we consider the month of March 2020. We consider that part. So this is a home access or easy. I mean, this is a you can say that easy access of tally, home page of tally. You can say gateway of tally. We literally say that. So from where you need to get all the information from your system, from your record. So first I need to check the financial year. I'm going to collect the information of financial year 1920 because March 2020 is coming under the financial year 2019-20. So I'm starting from 1st April 2019 to 31st March. So the shortcut key to change the financial year in Tally is Alt F2. So first you need to change the financial year. So my financial year is 2019-20. So I've selected that. Now you just say, you just tell me outward supply means sale. So I need to find out all this information. So Tally, software like Tally or other software in the market like Expert there, QuickBooks, you have heard about their name. Nowadays, all this software has presenting, all this software are going to present the component for GSTR 3B and GSTR 1 filing. You just need to know that how shall we get the report of filing GSTR 1 or 3B data. Okay, so to open the GST report from Tally, from the gateway of Tally, you need to press what? D for display. After that, O report, and G for GST. So you need to press DOG from gateway of Tally. So we'll get the GST report in Tally. So right now we are going to file what? We are going to file GSTR 3B. Right now we are going to file what? We are going to file GSTR 3B. So select GSTR 3B. Okay, and after that you have to select again the specific month. So in the year 2000 and in the financial year 1920, I need to specify the month of March. Okay, I need to specify the month of March. So this is the month of March, and after putting the information or selecting the month of March, you can see that all the information that Tally is going to present for you. This is your outward taxable supply. You can check the amount. Okay, if you press enter, you will get all the information. Okay, you will get all the information. So Tally is presenting this information on the basis of your record the data. If you confirm that you have recorded all the sales and purchase entry in Tally, so Tally will provide you the information for GSTR 1 and GSTR 3. You need not to do anything else. You follow the step for generation of the report for filing GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B. So I repeat it again. So you can see that this is your output amount, taxable value, 7,08,174.93, and this is your output tax, 36,903.72, and this is your input tax amount, 1,900.50. See, this information is coming, I repeat it once, on the basis of our recording. In Tally, we are going to record on a monthly basis all our sales and purchase invoice. Okay. How shall we get that sale and purchase? So that you need to understand that how shall we record all this information in Tally. So if you consider sale, so I am going to show you, this is the month of March. So these are all the sales entry. So I'm just opening one entry so you can see that in this manner, Tally is going to record all the sales entry. Since we have a short time in this selected webinar session, that's why I'm not going to be able to show you the exact system, exact way, how shall we pass the entry in Tally. But in ICA, whatever the course we are offering to our student, we used to provide this training from recording the sale purchase to till the filing return with the help of the practical data. So right now, whatever I'm going to share with you is a glimpse. The detailed discussion when we'll be starting our classes, so we'll get to know that this is the manner we record the sales entry. This is the for sales entry, one of the example of sales entry. And now move on to the purchase one. So you can see only 2 purchase bill we have in the month of March. So this is a way to record all the purchase entry. So basically what I'm trying to say, or what I'm trying to convince, if you need not to generate the burden of filing GST return, either 3B or 1, you need to understand how to record all the sales and purchase invoice in Tally, because I will show you, if you are to record all the sales and purchase record in Tally, Tally will generate all the return for you. Tally will generate all the return for you. Okay, but one condition, you need to understand how to record the purchase and sales invoice in Tally, because in GST 3B we need to upload all the sales and total input tax, and input tax shall be coming from the purchase amount. So we have to record all our sale bill and purchase bill in Tally. Okay. So now let's see once again, how shall we get the GST 3B data? So gateway of Tally, you need to press 3 words separately, 3 letters separately. D for display, O for, you can see there is a O for stands for here statutory report. So DO and G for GST. So now system will generate the report for GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B. So now select GSTR 3B. Okay, and select specified month, Alt F2. Which month I'm going to select? March. Okay, now Alt F1 for enlarge. So we'll get all the information. But before proceeding, you need to check this information where I have my cursor right now, that is called incomplete mismatch information. Remember one thing, Tally will give you the 100% genuine data if this part is shown as 0. The mismatch content shown as 0 means you have done all the entries technically. Okay, so there is another requirement for in Tally also. You have to pass all the entries in a manner so that will be the technically correct in Tally. Means this portion has to be always 0. If it is showing 0, now you can export this data for filing the GSTR 3B. Let's see how shall we. So what I am suggesting, create a folder. Okay, so I'm just creating a folder. Name the folder GSTR 1 and 3B. Okay, and now copy the path of the folder. Okay, this is the address bar. You just click on it and Control-C, copy the path of the folder, and now export. This information I need to export from Tally to that folder. So Control-E is a shortcut for the export. And you can see the message is coming, exporting GSTR 3B, and for which month? 1st March to 31st March, for the month of March. Repeat, from this window, you have to press Control-E. Okay, now select the option JSON. Now select the option JSON, because in portal, we need to upload this format. JSON is another format, data interchange. Okay, this is another component format. So you need to prepare this statement on a JSON format. Enter. Now in export location, you have to copy and paste the folder location, and then enter for save. So you will get the GSTR 3B in that particular folder. Guys, this is not a PDF folder. This is because of my desktop default icon, that's why it's coming PDF, but it is a JSON file. The extension is .json. In portal, we need to upload this JSON. How? I'm going to show you. So this is all the way to upload the GSTR 3B. I hope the step is very simple and very easy steps to generate the GST return from software like Tally. And I repeat it once again, Tally will provide you this data, Tally will provide you all this information if you have done all the sales and purchase entry in your system. And before export the GST3B or GST1 information, you just need to information shall be as 0. Incomplete and mismatch information shall be as 0. If there is any number of mismatch, you have to think about plan B. So in our classroom training also, we used to train our student for plan B. Sometimes you will get lots of mismatch information in Tally. So how shall we proceed with such case? That is another case study. And this is for the normal case, normal taxpayer. Anyone having any doubt till now for component to GSTR3B JSON file? Any doubt? Next, I am going to show you. What will be the usage of such JSON file. What will be the usage of such JSON file? I'm going to show you right now. But before that, just tell me any doubt, any query you have till now from the component of GSTR3B to till the generation of the JSON file. How to tally taxable amount with your books? Renuka ma'am, you mean books of accounts, right? You mean you need to tally the amount with your books of accounts, right ma'am? So ma'am, this is your books of accounts. That the information I'm going to use, this is your books of accounts. The software I'm using, this is your books of accounts. You have recorded all your sales and purchase data in this system. Okay. So how shall we get that? Sale register. From sale register, you can get the data. So if you want to tally that, the amount, you can take it from sale register. So gateway of tally, you just press DAS. This is the sale register. Open the March. Okay. And you can see there's a total amount, right? But that is the inclusive of GST. Your question is, how shall we tally the taxable amount with our record? So that is an inclusive GST. So how shall we get the exclusive one? You need to take this in a columnar format, F5. Okay, then save it. Now you can see the value portion, I mean this portion. Okay, that part will be your taxable amount. Okay, that part will be your taxable amount. To check that, see, with the help of this information, I'm going to generate the return. So always this amount has to be tally with that. So you need not to cross verify it. You just only do one thing. You just do one thing that ma'am your hard copy of invoice. You just check with the hard copy of invoice with your all this record. This cross check you can do that. Okay, your hard copy of invoice. Hard invoice means whenever you are going to issue the invoice to your customer. So that will be two copy you need to prepare, original and duplicate. So duplicate copy you have that. So that copy you have to tally with this system. Okay, ma'am. Because I am going to generate record from my books of accounts. So always I am using the information of my books of accounts. And if that mismatch is 0, if that mismatch count is 0, it means that okay, this two information is getting tallied. Okay, ma'am. Any other question? Now let's see that okay, how shall we upload that. Okay, now going to the portal. Now I'm going to show you the portal, GST portal. Okay, let's move on to the GST portal. Why, sir? Because now we need to understand, sir, what will be the usage of such JSON form. We have generated. Wait, Okay, fine. We have generated. Now, what will be the usage of it? Okay, so we have to upload in GST portal. So come to the home. So this is the official page of GST portal. Before proceeding into that part, whatever the discussion we are doing this webinar or this situation, the exactly same discussion we are going to discuss in our student also with our students. So our student will get the portal access to check that okay, how shall we upload. Now question is arising that sir in online how shall you give the access to us, because we are not doing any class program, we are doing online class. Dear sir and dear ma'am, you know that there is a software called AnyDesk or TeamViewer are there. So with the help of that, you can access my desktop. If you have downloaded the AnyDesk or TeamViewer in your system, so from your system you can access my desktop also. So what we are providing to our students, what facility we are providing to our students right now, this situation. So right now, our student has downloaded the TeamViewer or AnyDesk in their system, and I am giving my desktop ID to them, so they can access my desktop or my laptop from their system. And here, before going into that, I'm just using my user ID and password and open the portal. And after that, student will take care of with my observation, obviously. So I'm just logging into the portal, and that is a real one, not the dummy one. So you'll get a 100% opportunity to train yourself in a practical manner. And there will be no imaginary data, no assumption data will be used. Every data will be the real one. So after practicing 1 and 1.5 months, you can call yourself little bit experience in GST if you are very new to the system. So after finishing the training as a experience one, because you know how to operate the GST system, you know how to generate the JSON file, and the most important part, you know how to upload the GST3B or GST1. Okay, so this is the dashboard for the GST filing. So what you have return dashboard. Okay, in return dashboard, you can see the combination is there. This combination we are looking for 1920 financial year and March. If you try other month, you can select from the drop down list. If you tell sir now we are in 2021, yes of course, so we can select 2021 also, so we'll get this 3 months. So whatever the month and financial year combo you are going to choose, you can select from drop down. So right now March, click on the search. Ma'am, you want to say something? Reduka ma'am, if you want to say something, please say, or else please mute yourself. Okay, so GST1 and GST3, this two file is coming. Okay, so right now we are going to upload GST3B. This is a monthly return GST3B. So you have to click on prepare offline. You have to click on what? Prepare offline. Okay, now what you are supposed to do? Choose file. Okay, and this segment you have to do what? You have to select your JSON file. So I have created the folder on a name called SAP video. This folder, GST1 and 3B, open, and this is my JSON file. I simply attach this file. I'm showing you once again. Come to the return dashboard part. Okay, just show the part where I need to upload this. Select the perfect combination. I mean, which month return you are going to file. Click on search, and there is a GST3B. Select prepare offline option. Okay, select this one, prepare offline option. And after selecting prepare offline option, you'll get a get a link called choose file. Select or click on that, and they will ask for the path. So in desktop, where you have selected the folder, just open the folder GSTR1 and this JSON file, select and open, and you can see that the result. So today's date is 15 June 2020. We have updated this and the status is processed. Means your GST3B has uploaded. Now click on back to file return. And now click on search. And then again GST3B, and this time you need to click on offline option, you need to click on this option. Okay. And there's a questionnaire is coming. Okay. So it's very simple. Yes, no, you have to select, and just you see that whatever the information we have in Tally is automatically coming under portal. See. Okay. So from Tally onwards, we have generated this GSTR file. Okay. If it is okay, now click on confirm. And after clicking on the confirm, you'll have to save the GSTR3B first. Save the GSTR3B. And after clicking on the save the GSTR3B, there's an option called proceed to payment. Click on the proceed to payment, and system will automatically tell you how much GST you need to pay. So scroll down, and the last part, they will show you this amount of GST you need to pay. The 15th number column will be coming automatically. So this amount will be your GST payable. How shall you? Just click on the create challan, and pay the GST of rupees 22,243. So if you are making payment that challan, your GST will be payment or is made payment, and you can upload the GST3B. So this is all about the filing the GSTR3B with the help of the Tally. So this is the easiest way to complete your GSTR3B and GSTR1 task with the help of the software called Tally. So to all my attendees, respected one, I'm just saying that in our classroom training, we are going to use the all real data to practice for the filing one. So after finishing our classroom training, you can understand what aspects are there, what are the variety of filing portion are there for large business to small business and everything. So you'll get to know how to record all this data in Tally, point number one. Point number two, you'll get to know how to record all this database for the GST, and the best part is how to file the return with the help of 100% practical and authenticate data in an online mode. So what about the practice? So if you have a desktop and if you have a laptop, so we can provide you the AnyDesk or access to practice all this stuff. Okay. So the same manner we can go with the GSTR1. How? At the time of selection of the GSTR3B, now you need to select what? TOG. You need to select GSTR1. Okay. And then Alt F2. Okay. The same thing, you need to Control E for export, and this time you are exporting GSTR1. The same thing we need to do with the GSTR1 also. So this is the way to file our monthly GSTR3B as well as GSTR1, or you can quarterly filing of GSTR1 with the help of the Tally. So till now, we have started from the discussion of GSTR1 and 3B about the due dates and everything. and we have done till the filing part also. So after making payment of this 22,243, we can upload our GST return. And you can see that the amount is being automatically calculated. We did not do anything about this calculation. Whatever the amount you have uploaded, on the basis of such amount, system is going to calculate all the payable amount of GST. And this amount you have to pay by using any one of this mode, either e-payment or NEFT RTGS. And since the amount is below 2,50,000, so we need to do NEFT option. Over the counter is allowed 10,000. If the GST payable amount is up to 10,000, then you can access this option called over the counter. Or apart from that, for the rest of the part, you can go with the e-payment or NEFT RTGS option. Okay, dear sir and dear ma'am, who is presenting right now in this webinar. If you have any doubt, any query, or a question, you can ask yourself, you can ask, or you can text in an inbox. That's all we need to present for today webinar session. Karan, Srikar, Satyajit, Dada, having any doubt, please say yes, no. So Satyajit, you told me that you don't know about the GST filing and the tally. So after this thing, is that useful for you? This 1 hour discussion, what we have done from last 1 hour, is it useful to you? Yeah, of course, because we can provide you the basic idea because the time is too short. Dada, is it useful too also?
No, yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so if you guys have any other expectation, other requirement, you can say, sir, we want to know about this and that. So definitely I can share with you right now. No problem at all. Kavita ma'am, am I audible to you, ma'am? Okay, sticker, fine.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, ma'am. That's all presentation I need to show in this webinar. So I have done with my presentation. I have done with my session.
Yeah. Thank
Hopefully
you so
our
much. And very less participant
understood.
actually joined. They have registered 68 candidate participants.
Okay.
But yeah, very few they have joined.
Okay. Some problem. Hope there will be some
Yeah.
problem. Yeah. So I hope it's overall it's good. I mean the information which we have discussed right now, it's a little bit useful for our
Yeah,
candidates.
very informative, very much informative, and also useful for each of the candidate those who are attending this session, and it
Yeah.
is going to help them in their career a lot. And if you want to know any further things, we have this kind of like the classes our faculties are teaching in the same way to our students.
Yes, of course. That's right. Like Hyderabad or yes.
Yeah.
Of course. So, ma'am, from your end, anyone, if you want to say something to our attendees, so you can conclude, ma'am, the session.
Yeah, and like candidates, you don't have any queries, then we can like sir go ahead with the like you can wind up the session or anything you want to.
Okay. So I think
Yeah, we can
understood
wind up.
whatever.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can wind up.
Yeah. So thank you so much. It's always for me to discuss this session with Hyderabad or Bangalore students. So I really
Yeah,
like
the
that.
candidate who is a user, name is user. May I
Satyajit.
know?
He told that his name is Satyajit. Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. No, I got a basic idea about because I didn't know about the GST and tally. This is a very good overall information that I have got. Now I'll be definitely exploring these things. So for better understanding. For as of now, from this class, I have got a basic idea what is GST, what is and how we can file it and what are the components. So that was really good for the information part.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Sarfraz sir, for joining us
Thank you, ma'am.
and
Thank
giving
you.
information so nicely. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Always
Yeah.
pleasure. Okay. Thank you. So that's it for today. Thank you so much to all of you. Take care. Bye.